Hello everyone, a little bit overdue for this one. I got the Indomitus Box Set a couple of weeks ago now, but I've been so busy with work and studying for my exam and stuff that I've not had a chance to actually sit down and even take it out of its plastic wrap so you can see it's a little shiny. So today we're gonna crack this fucking beast open. This is taking up most of my desk space. I've had to put my keyboard on the floor. It's crazy. So we're going to crack this open and we're going to take a look at some of the miniatures inside. And at some point on Hobby Happy Hour, I'll probably paint some. Who fucking knows? I'm painting stuff that I've had for like a decade at the minute, so meh. Anyway, so let's make an opening in the plastic. Peel it off slow. Oof. Dinner and a show. It's still quite shiny once you take the plastic wrap off. There's a shiny box. Oh, you bugger, it's heavy. You'd think I'd know that. What with how I put it on the desk a minute ago. But there we go. Okay, so let's get the lid off. It's a very nice box. Like, I love the art. I am a little disappointed that the Necrons are so small, though, in comparison to our Space Marine friend here. Little bit of favouritism, maybe. Let's see. Inside of the box is just your standard sort of black matte cardboard. So, meh. Nothing much to report there. Ooh. You can just sort of see this along here. I'm going to tilt it up and hope that I don't drop a load of plastic on myself. So you've got little images of the miniatures. This is really difficult to do because I'm sat at a really funny angle. I don't have a lot of space in this room. Oh, there we go. So I'm just sort of carefully spinning things round, trying really hard not to knock any of my tech. And oh yeah, Porthos is in the background. Say hi to Porthos. Hey Porthos. Tell you what, buddy. As this is your debut on one of my unboxing videos, have a treat. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we've got here then. So, first off the bat, we've got this lovely art print, which I'm going to have to hold at this angle so that you folks can actually see it and not just get a load of shine. Yeah, very pretty. And I think, yeah. So, same image on the back, but with a barcode. Yep, same image on the back, but with a barcode. But that's a really nice bit of art there. You got something similar with the Blackstone Fortress box set. Slow's got that downstairs. Again, a lovely bit of art. I really like these. The only problem is I've run out of bloody wall space for this kind of shit. Yeah, I think Slow might like that, so I might give him that. He's got lots of wall space now. He's got his own office. He has the bigger office out of the two of us, for the record. I took the tiny room. Okay, so lots of fucking sprues. All just sort of popped in here. So let's see what we've got. We've got some bikes. And these are just your standard, the hard plastic you've come to expect from a Games Workshop box at this point. I want to say note fancy here, but they are pretty fancy. You've got quite a lot of detail in them. I mean, in comparison to some folks that will probably be watching this, I haven't been part of the wargaming community anywhere near as long as you. But even in the time that I've been hobbying and wargaming, so we're talking a little over 10 years now. Oh shit, it's a little over 10 years. That's a depressing thought. But even in that time, the quality of these plastic kits that you can get has come on leaps and fucking bounds. There's so much more detail on them now than there used to be. And I appreciate that, especially with the Indomitus Marines, they're a little bit bigger, because they're Primaris, aren't they? They're Primaris scale. But even so, the level of detail you've got is very, very nice. See if I can pick out a nice example. Just the fucking chest plates on these guys. Hang on. See if I can get that to zoom in. There we go. I mean, you can't see it particularly clearly because my camera is an old HD camera. It's a first gen HD camera, so it's a bit iffy. But even the little details on there, they may not seem like much, especially when you're used to it, but like there's a fucking purity seal on there. That's really cool. It's really nicely molded. Oh, we got some nice looking stuff on this one. Some interesting stuff here. Got a half a Necron. Looks like he's supposed to be half a Necron as well. Yeah, we got some of the more interesting. Hang on, there we go. Bring him a bit closer. We've got some of the more interesting miniatures there, I think. These are the kinds of minis I tend to paint more of because I don't play Loyalist Space Marines. The only Space Marines I take any interest in are Night Lords. Because I'm one of those people. And the first 40k army I started collecting was Necrons. So I wanted the Necrons from the Indomitus box. I think they're really cool. But I'll probably paint some of the fancier Space Marine minis at some point on stream. Might paint the less fancy ones off stream. One of them is going to get converted into a Hazard Bunny because I made a promise and I do keep my promises where I can. Yeah, we've got some of the Necron bits there. Oh, you bugger. Okay, so we've got some more standard spots there by the looks. I'm just piling these fucking sprues up like around my mouse and on top of my phone and oh jeez, there's a lot of plastic here. A lot of plastic here. Ooh, now this is cool. This will be one of the spindly legged boys, spider boys as I call them. They're not technically spider boys because they ain't got enough legs to be spiders, but yeah, they're gonna be fun to build. I've actually got a Forge World Tomb Stalker that I need to finish prepping. Knocking about somewhere. Apparently you can't get them anymore. I haven't really looked. But I've got and have had since I bought the damn thing big plans for that fella. But I've just never got around to actually doing what I was intending to do. So I should do that at some point. Maybe I'll do that on stream as well. Necron Spods. I think the Necron Spods are way more interesting than the Space Marine Spods, but I'm biased. I don't really like Space Marines all that much. Shock horror. Oh, these are really cool though. Like, the difference in scale for somebody that played very briefly 4th Ed Necrons, the difference in scale between these guys and the old guys is interesting. Like, it's not a lot, but it's just enough to feel weird. Like, they're just slightly closer to you than the other ones were. I don't know. But they look really cool. Look at the little spiders. Yeah. The scarabs, even. Yeah, they're cute. I always really like the scarab swarms. And I think they've done some really nice things with them here. Make them a little bit more interesting. What else have we got? So we've got... Oof. Ooh, what's that? That'll be a book or something, won't it? Oh, it's damaged. That's not good. More Necron Spods. Ooh. And some Space Marine stuff. Now that's pretty fucking cool. I've got to admit, the dude with the shield and the dude with the... I want to say it's a standard, but is it really a standard when it's got half a corpse attached to it? Well, this dude, anyway. He's cool. I like those kind of miniatures with those kind of details. something a little bit more interesting than just armor to paint, you know. But yeah, I'm down with that. Really, really interesting design choices. I think these will be a lot of fun to build as well. But I am really looking forward to painting some of them. Oh. So what we got here? Oh, this is a second of the art print. It's a good job I've got two, because this one's taken a bit of a beating from the sprues. That might be why they put it in there. I know a lot of people, when the Blackstone Fortress box came out, complained that their art prints got damaged by the sprues. And it was a really nice art print, so people were really upset about it, which is understandable. I mean, you don't buy these things for the art normally, but still, it's a nice little extra thing to have. So what have we got here? We've got Edge of Silence, which is in a nice shiny plastic packet, which makes it really difficult for you folks to see it on the camera. Excuse me a second while I make plastic opening noises. And squeaky chair. There we go. Squeak, squeak. Ooh. Just knocking shit over. Okay, so, ooh, what's this? This will be the destructions, no doubt. Yep, there we go. We've got standard sort of GW IKEA style instructions. They're actually getting a lot more like the instructions you get with Gunpla kits now, which makes me very, very happy, because there was a point in time when your minis would be really fucking complicated, and they come with the most difficult to understand picture instructions. And they've evolved really, really nicely. I mean, if I... hang on. Still got my Gunpla kit instructions from the last stream I did. So... right, look. So Gunpla have been doing shit like this for decades. Like, it's always looked like that. It's always been as clear as physically possible, so that anybody in any country could assemble the miniatures, the figures, without too much hassle. But GW stuff used to be really difficult to actually decipher, especially when you were dealing with a complicated model. If it was like your standard Spod minis. Stop chewing your paws. If it was your standard Spod minis, it was fine, because, you know, you stick the head on the shoulders, you stick the body on the legs, boom, you got a dude, just apply gun. But with these more fancy models, it got really difficult to actually assemble them properly sometimes. So it's great that they've started doing these more comprehensive Gunpla kit style instructions, as far as I'm concerned. And that they are taking the time to make it as clear as possible for everybody. Because some folks struggle with these kind of instructions, you know? And you got to be wary of that, because all sorts of different people like building miniatures. But yeah, shit like this gets really fucking complicated if you can't really see what you're supposed to build. One of the other problems with the older instructions was that they were really fucking small, so you'd have teeny tiny pictures. But yeah, this is good. This is good. I like this. I love a good instruction manual that I can completely ignore. We got on the back, and then we've just got some pictures of the painted minis on the back, which is quite nice. Mine won't look anything like that. Won't look anywhere near that good, but I can try, and that's the important thing. So yeah, there's the destructions. I think this is basically a lore book. Let's have a look. I was only really in this for the plastic crack, if I'm honest with you. My interest in the fluff is based in a very specific time frame, so I like the Horus Heresy stuff. I think that's really interesting. I'm one of those weirdos that prefers the non-Skywalker saga stuff in Star Wars as well, so you just have to bear with me, I'm afraid. Yeah, this is a lore book with some very, very nice art in it. That's one thing I will say, to GW's credit, is that the art that they put into their books is fucking glorious most of the time. I mean, they occasionally misstep, but don't we all? Got some details about the Necrons and the Angels of Death. Boo, boo, boo. Space Marines. Ah, and the bit that the gamers are interested in. The stats. I think this is nice as well, that they've put a little image of each of the relevant minis next to the deets. You know, just in case you weren't quite sure which one was your Assault Marine and which one was your Eradicator. Which is very definitely a situation I have found myself in before. Because again, don't really do Space Marines. Also, bit feckless. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. I'll have a proper skim through that later, when I'm not doing an unboxing video. What we got on the back? Ah, of course. Nice little display of... Can I get that without any? There we go. Nice little display of all the minis having a big battle. Beautiful. Very nice. And I'd like the cover as well. I do like the cover. I think this fella's got a little bit of a troll face going on, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. He looks like he's having a good time. And isn't that what you want? Well, probably not if you're a Space Marine player. Because if a Necron's having a good time, you're probably not. Oh, heavy book. Now I know why the box was so bloody heavy. Ah, there we go. Did not want to come out. Oh, you fucker, that's heavy. Yeah, that's bloody weighty, that is. Really nice bit of art on the cover again. I'll just take the plastic wrap off so that you can actually bloody see it. If I can. Oh no, I shouldn't have bit all my nails off. There we go. Curse you, saran wrap. There we go. Got you. Ah, there we go. Right. Lovely bit of art. Again. And it goes all the way around the book. Though there's not much going on the back. Because they don't expect people to look at the back, I guess. So there's some nice chaosy type shit going on over here. A couple of 6-pointed stars and all that. Okay. I can't really balance this in the box because this was the thing keeping the box balanced. So, give me a sec. Oh wow, this is a bit of everything. This is okay. This is going to be fun. So, we've got a little bit about the wargaming hobby and the Dark Imperium. So there's lots of lore in here, obviously, and I suppose you could call it some lore about Games Workshop, or specifically about the hobby itself. So I guess this is the rulebook. Yeah, this will be the new rulebook. Does it say so? Yes, it does. It says so on the spine. I didn't look. Bad squig. Yeah, so this is the new core book. Very nice. It's very nice. Fucking heavy, though. I'm going to have to put it down. I'm sorry, folks. I would give you a proper tour of the core book, but it's giving me wrist cramp. So it's going on the floor next to my keyboard. What we got here? Ah, transfers. Nobody cares about transfers. Bugger off. No, in all seriousness, I'm more of a freehand person, but transfers are always nice to have just in case. Also, really good for nail art. I had Night Lord's nails for like a week, but I did a lot of housework that week and ruined them, which was a shame. But yeah, transfers surprisingly good for nail art, but also good for putting on your miniatures if you don't want to freehand your designs. So what we got? We've got some space. Oh, they've fucking labelled them. I have never seen that on a transfer sheet from GW before. So we've got some Ultramarines. We've got some Blood Angel stuff. Got some Space Puppies and some Dark Angel stuff. Is that it? And it's even like you've got little notes to mark where it's for the vehicles, where it's for the fucking Ravenwing company. Wow, they've gone all out making this easy for newcomers. That's really, really nice of them. Gold stars, GW, gold stars. Now, if only it weren't so bloody cost prohibitive. I mean, this is a lovely box set, don't get me wrong, but it was expensive. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Oh, that's natty. Okay, so this is cool. This is one occasion where I would consider using a transfer. These little black bits here that are super fuzzy on the camera, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. They are lines of text for like a book. That's fab, that is. I wonder if they're actually text. They're probably not. My eyes aren't good enough to be able to tell anyway. I can't even read the text on the bloody eye test things that they give you. I ain't got my glasses on. Yeah. But that's really nice, that is. They've made that really new player friendly, which is historically something they've not done with their transfers. So gold stars for that, definitely. And you've got the sort of most popular Space Marine chapters covered there, I guess. Because everybody knows who the fucking Ultra Smurfs are, don't they? And I know Space Wolves are really popular. A lot of dog lovers in 40k. And we've got this lovely little protective bit with more art. It's the same art as is on the front of the core book. I like this though. This is nice. We've got lots of screamy faces, which is totally my aesthetic. I'm down with that. And then over here, secret bases. Yeah, so we've got all the different bases we need. Fucking hell, that's huge. I hope that's for one at vehicles. Ooh, is it for one at Necrons? Ooh. See, I'm not used to bases like this. Not at all. This one, sure. This one, not so much. So it's going to be very interesting for me building some of this shit. I have like fucking massive models on the wrong size bases because I've picked the next size down or something by accident. I can just fucking see it now. Right, I think I'll leave the books out. I'll put the transfers back in box, and I'll put the sprues back in box. I'm actually just gonna... Actually, no, I'll leave the transfers out and put them with the rest of my supply kit because I don't want them to get damaged. And I'm not putting this back in the order it was in here in the first place because I'm a terrible, terrible person. And also very lazy. But yeah, so that's the Indomitus box. For anybody that's wondering, I got mine as a made-to-order one because I missed out on the original pre-orders. Payday was too far away. I got it from Alchemists Workshop, who are a fucking fantastic hobby store. I've been back a couple of times since. They're really, really good. Great social media presence as well. They're really, really good with their customers on social media. So I highly recommend them. And they do tend to try and sell things at a slightly more reasonable price point, shall we say. Just tower of plastic. There we go. Try not to knock anything over. Yeah, so they're good eggs. Is Alchemist Works. Right. Haha. There we go. Is that all the plastic? That looks like it's all of it. It felt like so much more. Like going through it, felt like there was tons more sprues. That's weird. I mean, there's a lot there. It's going to take me ages to build all that. It takes me ages to build everything. Yeah. So, that was the Indomitus box. Very exciting. Lots of interesting looking minis in there. Gonna have to give the core book and the little Edge of Silence book a quick read in a bit, I think. But yeah, so that's that. I haven't bought any more plastic crack since I ordered this, I don't think. Oh, except for that one Katachan model, which I'm still waiting for. So there probably won't be any more unboxings now until after Christmas, because it's the most expensive time of the year. So my addiction has to be put to one side for the benefit of buying other people their addictions instead. But yeah, so there'll probably be another unboxing at some point in the new year, because I have no self-control. But with that said, I guess all that's left for me to do is say thank you very much, folks that have been watching my streams this year. Thank you very much, folks that have watched my other unboxing videos. Massive thanks to anyone that's commented, subscribers as well. I know the world's on fire and shit, but Merry fucking Christmas, everyone. I hope you at least have a decent season. And I guess I'll see you at some point in the new year. So, bye everyone.